All right, so let's talk about this. So, once again, Aries is going to bring the truth to you, the facts, and basically common sense. Now, I want to talk about Laila Ali and this video she just did. I saw it. And I'm going to, before I get into that, show you how the hypocrites are like roaches, man. When the lights go off, y'all come out and just destroy everything. But as soon as the lights come on, y'all run like the roaches that y'all are. Okay, I just finished watching videos about people saying Boots and this is full of cap. Check this out. Yo, Virgil Ortiz's team said they offered Boots XYZ and they didn't take it. Anytime you turn money down, it's because you scared that you're not gonna win. Everybody know Virgil went up before Boots and he was more comfortable at 154. So Boots take this garbage fight and make excuses, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. We done talked about that. I'm not even gonna get into that because I posted videos about that same situation with them months ago. And even with, we know what Virgil Ortiz admitted months ago. But it's funny how people like to flip the narrative. Now, that's not what I'm focused on though. What I'm focused on is, isn't it funny how y'all say, anytime somebody turned down a substantial amount of money, right, for a fight, it's because they're scared. He wasn't sure how he was going to hold him at 154. All of a sudden, he takes this garbage. Okay, wait. Now, the excuses about the age gap between Claressa and Laila, we already know what the age gap is. But the excuse is, oh man, she's X amount of years older, right? But she was the one running her mouth. I like them both as fighters. It was not Claressa. It was Laila that kept pushing the shit, going on every fucking interview. You look at every interview, it's Claressa responding to what, you know, the shit that Laila is saying. Laila did some sucker shit. But this generation is so pussy that y'all don't even see through this shit. I read two comments from two people that said, yo, with all due respect, Laila, they said the same thing I'm about to say to you. All of this talking is not adding up to the fact you asked for 15 million. You out of your own mouth. Now you want to turn around and talk all this shit. It's either you want to fight or you don't. You should just walk away because it's making you look bad. She don't look bad to idiots, to bottom feeders, to roaches, because that's what they're about. She's doing a similar thing to what Roy Jones did. I believe strongly Roy Jones was going around constantly saying shit about Floyd because he wanted a reaction. There's different things you've heard Roy Jones say. We're not even going to talk about that, right? Why was it a repetitive conversation about one guy? Why wasn't that one of them? So he wanted to make this a personal thing, and then other fighters like James Toney come out and say Muhammad Ali was trash. You understand what I'm saying? But he didn't issue a challenge to James Toney. And he said, if you're going to disrespect Muhammad Ali, you might as well spit in my face, right? Okay. But he had nothing to say about James Toney or to James Toney. All right. Just to end up saying on Andre Ward's show, I'm not going to fight Floyd. Oh, that's not what you said, Roy. You actually said, if he think he can beat me, then I'm already wide open. Remember that shit? He's the one. I'm waiting for, I want to fight. I'm waiting for Floyd. Just to end up saying, I'm not going to fight Floyd. I'm much bigger than Floyd. Wow. You said the same thing about Hopkins, then he beat your ass in the rematch. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the age difference isn't a factor when they're talking shit. When they're talking shit, yeah, Roy, yeah, Laila. But then, when it comes down to either they don't want to fight or something just don't go their way, somehow the person on the opposing side is the bad guy. Okay, well, here's the deal. Let's say, for example, Roy Jones, you know, Floyd beats Mike's ass and then say, Roy, you next. Then he go beat Roy ass. Y'all gonna bring up Roy's age as an excuse? If Michael Jordan said, in my prime, I would destroy LeBron. In my prime, I would destroy Steph Curry. In my prime, okay. Then he's telling you in his prime. If Michael Jordan says, right now, I would destroy, right? You understand what I'm saying? Well, Mike, I believe you 1,000% in your prime. Not now. Okay. Laila Ali is the same fucking age as Floyd Mayweather. You guys are talking about Floyd coming back fighting who? Terrence Crawford. You guys are talking about Floyd rematching who? Canelo Alvarez. You guys are talking about him coming back fighting any current fighter. Yeah, but he does exhibition. So fucking what? 48 is 48, right? Okay, so bottom line, with everything that you guys are saying, I'm going to tell you what Laila did. Laila is trying to basically benefit from just making videos talking shit about Claressa. And I said, it don't matter what she say. Out of all the shit that comes out of her mouth, if her words isn't, you know what? I asked for 15 million. Y'all got 15 million. Let's fight. There's nothing to talk about. Once again, it's not Claressa bringing up Laila. Claressa then walked away from that shit. She didn't say what she had to say. She said she wanted to fight her because, hey, why not? Excuse me. And she brought up the same points. Y'all have no problem with Mike Tyson coming back at 60 years old. And the only problem y'all have now is because y'all know Floyd about to beat that ass. That's it. But if it's a fight you think Mike can win, even if the dude is 20 years younger than him, it don't matter. But bottom line, so she like, why not? This is what this generation is. Laila's her ego is like, nah, I want to set the records. You're not setting the record straight on shit, because here's the real deal. Laila, we love you as a fighter. We love what you've done. Okay, but you want to know what, Laila? You talk a lot of shit. And unless you are going to accept that fucking fight, there's nothing to talk about. See, you guys want to go back and forth, and they're talking about asking for fashion tips and asking for this and asking, what the fuck does any of that shit got to fucking do with the fucking fight? Example, if a fighter said, hey, let's just say, for example, right, Crawford and Canelo, before their fight, let's say one of them would have reached out to the other one, and motherfucker would have said, hey man, listen, just before we fight, I just need a favor, man. Like, you know, I need a couple of dollars to hold, man, because this and that happened or whatever. Imagine the opposite guy going, this motherfucker called me, asking me for motherfucking money, and this and, okay, what does that have to do with the outcome of the fight? Let's say Crawford would have asked Canelo for some money. Did that affect him beating Canelo's ass? I'm just saying, it's always, ooh, he said this, oh, she said that, oh, who cares what you said? She don't want that smoke, and her ego is, you know what, man? Let's try to bring this shit up and talk some shit. What is it that you gonna say about Claressa Shields? Claressa Shields left Laila Ali's ass in the dust as far as accomplishments, right? And here's the hypocrisy, because that's all this fucking generation is about. Accomplishments. But let's not be stupid, man. It's like I told you guys, the eye test is this. Claressa Shields is much sharper than Laila. She's more skillful than Laila. Laila is pressure constantly coming forward and basically trying to wear you out. So my whole thing with watching all of that and then seeing now, you saw Claressa Shields go up to heavyweight. You saw her go fight at 175 pounds. You can assume Laila could do the same shit, and when you don't know that. You don't know how the fights would have went. Okay? Let's look at who gave Laila trouble when she was fighting. Are them motherfuckers ever talked about? Is any one of them fighters? Is any of them talked about? So what I'm saying, we can sit up and go, oh, but she did that. Nah, stop it, man. If Laila Ali's accomplishments is what, if she made the accomplishments that Claressa did, right? We wouldn't even be having this conversation. Everybody would be like, Claressa, come on, man. You ain't did hardly enough to even be talking this shit like you better than Laila. Laila's a 12-time champion. Laila's 17. All the, y'all would be. There's no way a 3-weight division undisputed. There was no fucking way y'all wouldn't be saying this, because y'all saying this now, and her stats don't add up to Claressa's. So when I look at what's being said, right? For me, it's not even about picking a winner. I don't care about that shit. It's about this. Either you want the fucking fight or you don't. See, don't be fooled by stupid comments. Like all of these people glazing Laila, telling how beautiful she is and she's so sexy and what the fuck does any of that have to do with her accepting a fight? If you don't want the smoke, why are you talking? All this set the record straight. See, this is how this shit started. Laila going on the Breakfast Club, going on Swear in the Morning, going on all these shows talking shit about how she'll beat Claressa right now. It's put up or shut up. Nobody cares about your opinion. Nobody cares about the fans' opinions. This is how easily y'all get sucked into bullshit. And the fact of the matter is, right, when you sit up here and say, hey man, that money's right, we can fight every night. She can't whoop me. I will beat her right now. You talk about a fucking sparring match. This is what's funny, right? Aren't y'all the same people that say sparring matches don't mean nothing? But yet, if you look at it, right, the story even changed from that. If you look at it, Laila said something where either the fans fucked it up, okay, or she fucked it up. But at the same time, right, that's what we were thinking. Then we said, nah, Laila fucked this up. I'm gonna tell you what Laila said. Remember when she made the comment, she said that we could spar or whatever, and said that Claressa was like, you want to spar me? And she's like, calm down, young buck, calm down. Like, it's not like that. Oh, so in other words, she reacted like, oh, you want to spar me, like with an attitude, right? Then it went from she ain't trying to spar me though. Y'all, come on, man. Okay, for what it means to you, we watch Andre Ward talk about sparring Andre Dirrell, right? And Andre Dirrell said like he's done with boxing, like they can spar, but as far as him coming back to boxing actively, nah, there's no need for all that, because you got to know, like I said, you got to know when to hold him and know when to fold him. So basically, he's done enough in his career. It's nothing he feel like he has to prove, and like he don't want to damage his health. Are we gonna say Andre Ward's a bully, like he's picking on Andre Dirrell? Like Dirrell don't know how to motherfucking say, nah, man, I'm not interested in no match. But no, he decides he wants to spar. Now, is that gonna set the world on fire? And they was talking about setting it up where they record it and everybody, you know, for the world to see it. It's just a sparring match, right? Now, are we gonna act like this is some active fight that's going on? Or are we gonna sit up here and start making up a bunch of bullshit because of a sparring session? Now, whether it ever happens or not, I don't know, and I don't care, and it hasn't happened yet, as of yet. But it's sparring, right? Okay, so there's a difference. You have focus sparring where you might be working on something particular, just defense alone. So you're not really throwing anything. You might be working on, you know, like certain things where if somebody want to be an asshole and post a clip where it look like they're getting the best of you, right? Well, if this is a fighter you want to see win, that's what y'all say. Oh, he was fucking him up. He was doing this and that. Okay, wait. So sparring between Claressa and Laila would have been what? Like they're actually, like this is a fight they're trying to win, or they're just sparring to get better? What would the purpose have been? What was Laila supposed to be doing? Classes in session? What was that supposed to be? You understand what I mean? So for y'all to even talk this shit, talk about, oh, she ducked the spar and said, wow. I mean, you motherfuckers, you know what's funny? You little bitches, y'all little bitches don't even have the heart to get in the fucking ring and spar anybody. But y'all quick to always talk about what somebody is or isn't doing. Y'all don't spar now. You never sparred. You don't do any of that shit. You're not even in shape. And it's like, why y'all always trying to start some shit between two people about nothing? You know, Roy Jones got to the point he started getting on people's nerves, because it's like you just keep bringing Floyd's fucking name up, and he keep talking about Floyd even now. Damn, you obsessed. But so here's the thing. Out of all the shit that Roy is saying, right? I don't think he expected Floyd to say, hey, fuck it, let's fight. So I think it's more of a, I'm gonna try to talk my shit. People automatically gonna feel like, how come Floyd ain't accept the challenge, right? Now, like I said, after Floyd whoop Mike ass, if he go Roy, you next. And then Roy accept, he gonna whoop Roy ass too. And the excuse is gonna be, oh, but they age. Okay, this is where, if y'all really care so much about these fucking fighters, you know what y'all always say? Instead of, yeah, rah, your comments would be, hey man, you ain't got nothing to prove, man. You know, y'all both did what y'all did. Y'all both legends in the sport, man. This isn't about nothing, man. Just enjoy your life and be proud of what y'all did. Nah, y'all want to rah, but y'all know Floyd would beat that ass. Y'all know, whether it's Mike or Roy, and y'all all know that shit. Y'all know. And as much as you, for whatever reason, hate this man, You know, that's some diva shit. But as much as y'all hate this man, y'all know y'all can't see Floyd or you can't see Roy or Mike beating him. Yet, when he talks about, oh, my prime, I was this, I was, okay. That's exactly my point. You motherfuckers haven't been in your prime for the longest. And out of all this shit, why is it Floyd still sharp? Floyd still, yeah, Floyd is sharper than at 48, 49 than these motherfuckers was. They was 38, 37, 36. Real shit. And remember, that's when Roy got starched by motherfucking Antonio Tarver. So let's not play stupid. But I guess this is too grown up for these cockroaches. Real shit. There's nothing that Laila Ali can fucking say that proves anything. If Laila wants to win arguments, here's the fucking thing. Laila's down near 50. Why the fuck is she even going back and forth with Claressa? Why is she even interested in this? I'm trying to set the record straight. Nah, you're not setting nothing straight. What straight is this? You don't want that smoke. You said 15 million because you didn't think they was going to get the money. You thought you were just going to talk people into thinking you were better than Claressa. Stop it, man. So when you hear fighters saying, oh, I love Laila, but yo, she ain't on the same level as Claressa, man. I told you guys before, I can't pick a clear winner. Not to play neutral, but because I never seen Laila back down. But I told you the sharper fighter by far is Claressa. She's the more skilled overall. She's far more skilled than Laila was. Okay? Her punch placement, her everything, her head movement, her reflexes, her ring IQ, everything. She's sharper. She's better than Laila at everything. The only thing that Laila does, like Laila fights everybody the same way. Let's put it like that. Laila fights everybody the same way. And there's times she'll get on the back foot and move a little bit. But when she does, she's not working and moving. You understand? She's just moving. Moving, and then once Laila plants her feet, she starts throwing those. You understand that's what Laila does. She fights everybody the same way. There's no real strategy. I'm gonna pick this motherfucker apart. That's not what Laila does. Now, have you ever seen a situation where Claressa just got overwhelmed and she just couldn't figure shit out? No. And even that flash knockdown by Hannah Gabriels, it was a legit knockdown. She caught it, she didn't, oh shit, okay, she got right back up. We also saw Laila get knocked down too. You understand what I'm saying? They're both undefeated and their fucking resumes don't parallel. Yeah, but there's more titles now than before. Okay, right. So when I say shit like that's why it's not fair that Canelo, Lomachenko, or any other fighter was granted a fucking franchise championship, some bullshit. Let me duck and avoid my mandatory so I can go up and fight for more title fights and all this kind of shit, right? But that's fair to y'all. And how many fighters right now are in the 4-belt era, just say for example, and more boxing divisions, weight divisions than it was before, still can't accomplish shit because of politics? Laila wasn't one of them. And when Ann Wolf and all these other people back from Laila's era was hating on Laila and saying Laila's living off her father's name, it's funny how you motherfuckers flip-flop. I remember so many people was talking shit about Laila and saying she ain't all that, she overrated, blah, blah, blah. It's just funny how all of a sudden now in 2025, when she's 20-something years removed from her fucking prime in her career, all of a sudden now, 18 years or whatever the fuck it's been or whatever. But it's so funny how all of a sudden now everybody loves Laila. No, that's not what it is. It's the same way y'all was hating on Roy Jones. But now all of a sudden Floyd becomes the new guy to hate. Let's bring up Roy. Y'all slept on Pernell with it. Pernell with it wasn't no pay-per-view star. Neither was Roy Jones. Pernell wasn't no superstar. He was skilled. But them motherfuckers didn't have. So what Floyd was able to accomplish was Floyd moving on his own and say, nah, I see how this business works. I'm not gonna let these motherfuckers play me and have me fucking retiring broke. Are y'all jealous of that man for that shit? Man, come on. Now, I watched this shit and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Not even halfway through, I just stopped watching. I was like, all right, Laila, all you doing is talking shit and talking about personal shit. The deflection is thrown out there to make you forget the fact she opened her mouth and said 15 million. You want to fight? Somebody got 15 million. And we got the receipts of all the shit that she said. And the fact that she was the one starting this shit and pushing it. And when and look, this is what Claressa. Let's say if Claressa would have said, "Hey Layla, check this out. I get the money. All I need for you to do is say you want to fight or whatever, right?" What would y'all been saying? Nah, man, fuck that. Show me the money. Show me the money, right? That's why this dude, Fanon Fannin or whatever he called himself, when I saw that video of him talk about show me the money, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this old man talking about, man? Like what is he actually talking about? Motherfucker, they had the check, they had the people there, they guaranteed the money was there. Did you even hear Laila Ali talk about there was no money or what? No, Laila Ali basically sat there and said, somebody got 15 million? We got 15 million? Okay. Yeah, we got 15 million. What's up? Oh, well, for the record, I don't move at nobody's pace. I move at my, that's all bullshit. That is all bullshit. Look, Hannah Gabriel's, when she got off suspension, what's the first thing Hannah Gabriel's did that we saw of her? Don't worry, I'll wait. Yeah, I know y'all. What did she do? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what she fucking did. She got in front of a fucking camera, her little cell phone, and she goes, "They suspended me to protect Claressa because they know I will beat Claressa, and they know, so they suspend." Oh, okay. So you putting cream on your hands and wiping it on your dogs and all that Claressa made you do that. The Athletic State Commission made you do that. I talk to them and I tell them ahead of time that I this and that. Okay, and Claressa works for them or have some type of, so somehow Claressa, she has something to do with that. And somehow the Athletic State Commission just love Claressa so much and they just care about Claressa that, oh, we're going to protect Claressa. That's what she fucking did. And you want to know what you idiotic motherfucking simps did? Oh, God, she's so beautiful. I'll let her shit and piss in my mouth. Oh, she's just so fine. Oh, my God. Oh, well, yeah, well, that's fucked up because, you know, you never know. And I'm like, wow, you guys can't be that dumb. And you want to know what happened? They offered Hannah Gabriel's the fight. Yeah, they offered her drug cheating ass to fight. And when they offered her to fucking fight, this is after the suspension. What does Hannah Gabriel do? She puts a stipulation on it. She says, if they fight, it has to be at 168. Why? Hannah Gabriel's, you was the women's heavyweight champion. You was at least a heavyweight champion. Okay, you had one of the belts or whatever before you got caught cheating. So why you can't fight Claressa at 175 pounds? 168 don't give you an advantage either. Nah, she saw how strong Claressa is at 175. She's, oh damn, she got power. But it carries over even more at 175. You know how we say, we're not sure certain guys' power carry over? Like, for example, Devin Haney has never been known to be like a big puncher, but he's always had respectable power. So if the best thing that can happen for Devin is that he actually feels stronger at 147 pounds, well, guess what? He can place his shots right where, damn, there is more impact on his fucking shots if he feels stronger. Being weight drained will take that from you. At 175, knockout. Second fight, she got it knocked down and fought the whole fight with a bad shoulder, which is why she wasn't jabbing like she explained. But what I'm saying, Hannah Gabriel's didn't want that smoke. And what did y'all do? Let's act like we don't know about this. She'll take the fight back at 168. So Claressa's supposed to start what she's doing at heavyweight just to make Hannah Gabriel's happy. Well, Claressa already stated when she dropped down to 168, she gonna come in, she gonna take franchise belt and the other chick with the big mouth and play Shadasia Green. Okay, cool. You want to know what I find funny though? People get so desperate they start running their mouth and talking shit. And people you think is close, I keep telling y'all, man, and I didn't learn this from no motherfucking Caleb Plant, but I respect it because I always been on this shit. I'm not friends with nobody that's the same weight class. Fuck y'all. Why? Because if we fight, I'm fucking you all the way up. It's no holding back. This my dude. That's not how it's gonna go. I don't trust motherfuckers, and I know when it comes to money, prestige when it comes to just fucking bragging rights. People will cheat their ass off and do whatever they can to try to get an advantage. All right, I'm a dude that come from the streets that learn how to box, fight, wrestle, do all that shit, and I plain and simple. So I'd never be that motherfucker if you try to headbutt me an elbow. I'm rough, he cheating. Nah, I'ma elbow your ass back. I'll kick your fucking face off. Ain't no motherfucking, nah. I defend and protect me. So I come from that cloth, that era of, fuck that, man. We savages once that fucking bell ring. So that ref, you better get control of this motherfucker, because I guarantee you, fuck it, if you want to call it a no contest and throw it out, because this dirty motherfucker, like when Andrew Galata kept hitting motherfucking Riddick Bowe, I would have, listen, I'd have broke that motherfucker jaw. I'd have elbowed that motherfucker. I'd have picked him up and slammed him around his fucking head, man. Call the fight off or whatever. Fuck it. Real shit. I ain't with a ref, he cheating, man. Oh, man. Nah, fuck it. You want to act like this is MMA / street fighting? Fuck it, then let's go. Simple. This bullshit that you see happening right now, all this little pussy back and forth, she said, he said, y'all get so caught up into this shit. Nah, no fucking friends, man. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. So how this shit comes down is really simple. If talking, like when people do that goofy ass goofball nerd cornball shit, who won the face off? Who gives a fuck about who won the face off? Well, we gonna start giving awards for that now? How we gonna start giving championship belts out for fucking face off champions now? All this goofy shit, and this is why I don't feed into this shit. Who cares? I will point things out in the face off where people can't hide certain expressions or certain truths come out, or just things that you notice about a person's body language. Who won the face? Who won the fucking face? What kind of fuck is your life like, man? Who raised you motherfuckers? Who won the face off? Who gives a fuck about a face off? Who cares about that shit? Who won the face off? So she can make it, and this is a part 1. So she planned on making part 2, part 3. This is what Laila should be doing. Since she's making these videos, Laila should be getting herself in shape. You want to know why she should be getting herself in shape? Because by the time she make her part 3 or whatever the fuck, that's what this statement should be to close that video. I accept your challenge. Because if all she's going to do is sit here and try to make points about something and everything that has absolutely nothing to do with them fighting each other. Motherfucker, I don't care if somebody turned the sparring session down or if a and Claressa ain't turned the fuckers. Did you ever hear Claressa say she turned the sparring session down? So in this situation, when Claressa tells her side and Laila tells her side, the only fucking story that's consistent is Claressa's, because Laila turned from saying she got like swole, like she was ready to fight for real, because she wanted to, like, you want to spar, and then like, calm down, young buck, and all that shit. But then she ended up, yeah, she ain't spar me. All right, okay. Well, you don't get belts for sparring, and you don't, you know, there's no record books for sparring. You telling the world that you can beat Claressa right now? If you're not willing to prove that, which I don't even care about that stupid shit. It's not even a fight I care about. We talking about principles here. We talking about how this generation accepts anything. And all these simps out here, that's all I see. I swear, if you look at the fucking comment section, it's like 97% of the comments about how beautiful Laila is. How classy, like, what the fuck does idiot have to do? Do you want the fucking fight or no? That's all this shit comes down to. And this is where you got to hold people accountable. Because if you want to keep talking shit, but you know you're not trying to get in there, it's like, this is all you talking about. Claressa already said at some point she want to become a mom. She don't want to wait till she, you know, get more up in age, which is cool. Okay, so after Claressa does that, and like whenever that is Laila going to try to purposely wait and then act like she want to fight then? Or like what's going to happen? Or you just talking? And this go to show you how simple-minded y'all are. You dudes walk around here talking about how bitches ain't shit, bitches this, bitches that, right? Oh, I don't even believe in relationships no more. These women are this and that. But ain't it funny how y'all fantasize about a motherfucker you would never get? And y'all sit up here and take the side of somebody because of what they look like, not because of what they're actually saying. Because if you listen to their words, listen, if I was face to face with Layla, this is what I would say, Layla. If you don't want the fight, why you keep talking about Claressa? Because that makes you look like an old, salty, bitter fucking woman. Why is anything you saying that have nothing to do with yes or no, I want the fight, important for you to let the world know? What the fuck does that matter? Do you think I give a fuck about some women's beauty tips and how to dress and what the... Who gives a fuck about any of that shit? Who cares? What the fuck does that have to do with fighting? This is some diva shit. Shit, men shit. Y'all do... This is that type of shit when women talking, you be like, yo, that's between y'all. I'm not even in that. This is how the fuck y'all should be in this type of situation. Man, I'm not even talking about beauty tips and how to dress and asking me this and yo, Remy Ma said the same thing. Like, wow, y'all are some straight bitches, man. Now it's all about the gossip. This is what y'all about. It's like you smoked out drunk ass so-called tough guys. Y'all niggas be walking around acting like y'all some gangsters and shit. Motherfucker, you can't fight, motherfucker. You a junkie. No fighting you, but that's what y'all do. Be telling, yo, man, I'll put blood in your mouth, nigga. Yo, nigga. Oh, y'all always in front of a camera talking shit and can't beat nobody. I see the nerdiest white dudes be punking you so-called gangsters. Fuck out of here, man. And I'm just like, it's hard to even watch any of this shit nowadays, man. I told you, like when I just had to turn that shit off, man. Layla, you're damn near 50. If you don't want to smoke, why are you talking? What does this prove? This don't make you the greatest of all time. Talking shit. And that's always going to be subjective, regardless to who. It's always going to be subjective. And then Layla do that same hating shit that Alicia Baumgartner does. She'll praise the fuck out of Katie Taylor. She'll praise the fuck out of Amanda Serrano. And I tell you what, Layla. Come out your mouth and disrespect Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. And watch how all these simps abandon your black ass. Yeah, watch. You might still have some of the black ones around, but watch how these simps abandon you. They hate Claressa simply. Fuck all that other no. They hate Claressa because she's a black woman that stands on business, don't give a fuck about these people's opinions, and she back up what she say. Katie Taylor has a loss. Amanda Serrano has several losses. Shields is still undefeated, and she's still setting records and breaking records. At the end of the fucking day, Amanda Serrano went as so far as to say, oh, she's the real GWOAT. We know who coined that phrase. So what do you think that was? A cheap shot that was camouflaged to just, no, I'm just saying, come up with your own fucking phrase. Who the fuck you heard call themselves TBE before Floyd? Okay, so what I'm saying. So somebody else come around and be like, oh, I'm the real TBE. They're taking a shot at Floyd. That's what she was doing. Y'all come up with these stupid ass sayings and y'all come up with this, let me try to do this and that, and you praising them, but the same way how they turned their back on Laila Ali when, what's the chick name, the little white chick, the coal miner's daughter that she beat the fuck out of everybody, that Christina Amaguchi, all of them, all these women. You were Claressa Shields in terms of that before Claressa. All of them, Laila Ali didn't fight Ann Wolf. Laila Ali just talk a lot of shit. Laila Ali this and that. Oh, look how small, the fuck was the chick name? Y'all know what I'm talking about though. But yeah, look how big she was to her. And she wasn't even at the full weight. How can Laila take credit for that? Okay. Have you ever heard Roy Jones take credit from Laila for that? But you heard him take credit away from Errol Spence, right? Yeah, but who was Roy Jones to talk? This motherfucker fought Vinny Pazienza after a broken neck and then went up in weight. Talk about he was holding back because he didn't want to damage his neck again. You took the fucking fight. This is the hurt business, motherfucker. Like, y'all kill me with the flip-flopping and how you pick and choose what's important and when it's important. Stop it. That's sissy shit. That's sissy shit. And one of the crazy things that I did hear Laila say is, She said Claressa Shields used her name for clout chasing. Laila, Claressa surpassed you years ago. Years ago. You didn't even have a storybook ending to your career. You just disappeared. And next thing we know, you doing cooking shows and shit, cookbooks and all. So I'm saying, what the fuck are you talking about? And you dummies will repeat it because Laila said it. How is she using your name for clout? You're the fucking one that brought up the whole sparring shit. You're the one who started this shit. And I swear, you know what this is like? It's like some racist dude like, hey, you fucking nigga. You smack his lips off his face and stomp a fucking mud hole in him. And then they're like, oh, could you believe what he did to me? Oh, look at what that black guy did to this. Oh my God, and he's a Christian. He goes to church and right. But before he called him a nigga and smacked this black man in his face, right? Yeah. That's not what started it, right? It's always the reaction, but not what actually started the problem. I'm like, damn, Laila is straight up standing up here talking about setting the record straight. She started all this shit. Not Claressa. I remember the genesis of this shit. I remember this shit. I'm like, why the fuck is Laila even entertaining this shit, man? So, you think that I'm going to be over here arguing with somebody that I'm like 18, 19 years older than? You think I'm going to be sitting up here going back and forth about a story with somebody that I'm 18 fucking years older than? Or what? Like, do you really think that's... I don't understand you motherfuckers, man. I don't. I can't relate to you. I come from that era where when it snowed outside, we would motherfucking shovel the fucking basketball courts and play ball in the fucking cold. Not because we really wanted to, but because it wasn't shit else to fucking do in that shithole town that we grew up in. And we did what we did. We was them motherfuckers that would walk literally 2 hours to get to a fucking arcade. We was them motherfuckers that, all right, don't matter what the fuck the weather was. We wasn't sissies. We wasn't on no soft shit. We were men before our time. This kind of shit is pussy to me, man. I don't care if it's a man or a woman doing it. This is pussy. I'm going to set the record straight. And I'm going to tell you, and you're clout chasing and using my father's name too. And like, oh my goodness, man. What the fuck? So yeah. I pushed out. I turned that money down after I ran my mouth and said, you got 15 million. Now she got the 15 million. And now all of a sudden, now I'm going to make a series of videos to justify my position. There's nothing you can say to justify your position with me. These simps can run back and feed into it. And all this to do what? You want to just go back and forth with Claressa, but you don't want to go back and forth in the ring with her. Hear it from me. I'll put money on this shit with any one of you motherfuckers. If Laila gets in the ring with Shields, Shields is going to beat the shit out of her. Do you understand me? Now, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear about it. I already know their stats and everything. She can't, listen, fuck all the talking, all the glazing. Bet me money. I'll put this on my dead mama. Nigga, any one of you. My Cash App, your Cash App. Simple. I will bet you. And if you say, well, she should win, then shut your bitch ass up. Because that's exactly the point. Y'all know she can't beat Shields. She knows she can't beat her. Why are we still talking? Why are we making videos trying to set the record straight for what? You saying everything except let's fight. That shit don't mean nothing. Her beauty, her body, her sex, none of that shit don't mean shit. This has nothing to do with what's gonna happen in that fucking ring. Just like y'all gonna make excuses after Floyd beat the shit out of fucking Mike and embarrass him and make him look stupid. Y'all gonna fucking sit up here and make excuses for, oh man, we're in his prime. Yet, one dude's a fucking heavyweight and the other's a fucking welterweight that came from lightweight. This is the type of shit y'all on, man. This is what I'm saying about this generation. And instead of us getting fights that we can talk about and really indulge in, now we get fights, let's criticize the motherfucking fighter. We can't get the fights that should happen. So instead, we get Floyd versus Mike Tyson. We get Claressa Shields and Laila Ali in a position where One person is current, one person is moving on with her career, defending titles, winning titles, while the other one is way past her prime, retired, but still talking like she can get there and go right now, but she won't do it. Come on, misread that bullshit, yo. Real ones. Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hair to people, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. In closing, what happened to maturity? Because to be honest with you, if the age gap is this wide, you should see a difference in the attitudes and the mentality. Everybody seemed to be on the same little bullshit fucking vibe, man. I'm done with this shit.